You guys have seen me drink countless, and I mean countless, cups of coffee throughout my vlogs. But in the spirit of New Year's resolutions, even though it's already February, I decided to quit coffee for 2 weeks. Let's see how it goes. So in my last vlog, I kind of mentioned that I typically drink like 2 to 3 cups of coffee a day, not just for the energy of it, but also because I like the flavor of coffee. Of the many problems that come with drinking that much coffee, 1, I've been feeling a little bit jittery. 2, I've been getting really bad reflux, which because coffee is so acidic triggers it even more. And also I like to sip on my coffee throughout the day, which is terrible for your teeth because the contact time is what matters more than whatever it is that you're drinking or eating. Because I kind of savor my coffees throughout the day, noticed that my teeth have been getting demineralized, and so for that and many other reasons I need to take a break from coffee, which will be so difficult. I decided to take you guys along with me, give up coffee for 2 weeks as a busy dental student. So as an alternative, because I still need caffeine but I'm not drinking coffee, I decided to still make myself a little beverage because I like to just sip on something in the mornings, you know. Instead of coffee, drink matchas. Because matcha is not as acidic as coffee in the way that it's brewed. It doesn't have that like very strong acidic flavor that coffee does, but it still has caffeine and it can still give me energy, especially on the days when it's very early, headed to class. But I still wanted to show you guys how I've been trying to do it. So this is day 1 of fully giving up coffee. So my typical coffee order would be an iced coffee or a cold brew with some oat milk or almond milk. So I got this oat milk from Trader Joe's because I have been looking into this lately, and I'm sure a lot of people have, because there's kind of been the interesting transition of people going back to cow's milk after they realized how many additives and gums and oils are in plant milks. I was at Trader Joe's and I found this oat milk that has only a few ingredients. So the first ingredient is water, the second is hydrolyzed oats, ground pumpkin seeds, and then ground sunflower seeds. No gums, oils, or anything like that are added in many of people's most favorite plant milks. I've been really liking that lately. It does have a less pleasant taste than some of the other oat milks, but I kind of like that it doesn't have as many additives. I like a lot of ice because I like my drinks to stay cold for a while, and yes, it is winter, and yes, I still drink iced coffees all winter. If you're a regular viewer, you already know that I'm only drinking ice. This ice cube tray is just not giving. So now I shake up the milk because I like it frothy. About this much. The reason why I add this much is because it is a latte. It's like 90% milk. And then for my matcha, the company is called Magic Mind. I got sent these matcha shots. They're not only matcha in there, they have adaptogens, nootropics, a little bit of vitamins in here. Have been really liking this because with matcha powder, you have to kind of like wait for the water to boil to the right temperature. You have to froth it. With this, you really just have to shake it up like that to make sure that there's no like powder settling at the bottom, because it is like real matcha in there. Just pour it over your milk, and that is literally it. So in terms of the flavor, I think it's meant to be taken more as like an immunity shot, kind of like a ginger shot, but it tastes better than a ginger shot. I think it's like a pineapple-y, gingery flavor, more so than just matcha. It's not going to taste like your typical matcha latte that you're going to get from Starbucks or Dunkin', which by the way, if you guys didn't know, those matcha lattes actually come with sugar added into the matcha powder, so it's already diluted. So even if you ask for it unsweetened, it's still going to come incredibly sweet. So I've been trying it out for a couple days. I haven't really been drinking it for that long, but I will keep you guys updated and see if I like this. But I will take you guys along of every single day of giving up coffee for the next 2 weeks and the things that I am drinking in order to try and cure my coffee addiction. It tastes pretty good. I like the fact that I don't have to spend time making the matcha, you know, with the powder and the whisk and the little thing, which I have. But finding a quality matcha powder is not only hard but also expensive. The thing that they're really trying to advertise is the fact that they have nootropics, which help you focus, but I will investigate because I do have to study for an exam today, so I will give occasional updates as I'm drinking this. I have a 15-day supply of these, so I'll probably drink these for most of the days, but I'll probably get an occasional matcha latte from a coffee shop or something here and there. Might get tea, I don't know, we'll see. I will keep you updated. Okay, so it is the end of day 1 of no coffee. It is now 6:23 p.m. if you can see. I gotta say, honestly, I wasn't feeling too tired, too sleepy. My energy levels are pretty good. So far, so good. See how it works on a day when I actually have to get up really early. It is day 2 of no coffee. I procrastinated this morning, even though I had time to get ready. I took my time in the shower, washed my hair, did an everything shower. So I didn't have time to make the drink this morning. So I'm just gonna do the shot. Let me open this. It's gonna be hard to do with one hand. Alrighty, so I got it open, but then someone was playing really loud music on their car, so I had to cross the street. Alright, bottoms up. There you go. Hopefully that gives me a nice kick because we have our peds competency tomorrow and I'm going to be practicing for as many hours as I can because pediatric teeth are so much harder to work with just because they're so much smaller. The positioning that you have to sit at can't really be adjusted to what you're doing. It has to be adjusted to the patient, which means that most of the time you are sitting behind them, manage their behavior because if they like suddenly turn their head, it can be very dangerous during a procedure. So it's been a huge challenge and a huge adjustment. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully this matcha gets me through the day. And by the way, in the spirit of transparency, yes, Magipine did send me their matcha shots, hoping maybe I would talk about them and share them with my audience, but I'm in no way going to advertise something that I don't personally like and I don't use myself. No, rest assured that I would never share something that I didn't personally try, and you guys are trying it with me. This morning was absolutely crazy. I tried to get up early to make it my competency early, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, drive, I'm gonna be comfortable, I'm probably gonna have plenty of time to find parking, and then I ended up procrastinating and leaving late, so it was go, go, go. I ended up having to park in a garage, but then I was right on time, so that was good. The competency was so crazy, but I haven't had time to either have breakfast or have my matcha. Even though the competency is over, we can relax a little bit. We still have our pediatrics and orthodontics written exams coming up next week, so that's also something that we have to prepare for. So bottoms up. Hopefully this will get me through the rest of the day studying. Day 3, feeling good so far. It is day 4 of no coffee. I keep forgetting to do like the later in the day check-ins to tell you guys how I feel throughout the day. But honestly, yesterday I had a pretty full day. What I've noticed is that I don't really feel more sleepy during the day when I'm not drinking coffee because I have like some sort of caffeinated beverage. So I'll have like the matcha or something else. And I've noticed that without the coffee, I'm not really crashing. Like normally what happens is that when I start my day drinking coffee, it's like 3 espresso shots with milk. That's literally my regular coffee order. And usually by like 3 p.m. I have like my afternoon crash. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with that. Like there's no afternoon crash. I'm having way less reflux, which is one of the main reasons why I decided to try not drinking coffee for a little bit. So today I actually have time because it's a Saturday. So I'm going to make my little matcha drink. And yes, my living room is extremely dark because my living room literally does not get sunlight at all. Like my bedroom gets a ton of light, but my living room doesn't because I think it's like in sort of like a tucked away corner of my building. We're actually looking to maybe move, so natural light is one of the things that I'm really looking at prioritizing for our next apartment. All right, I'm gonna put you guys down here. A lot of milk because it is technically a latte. Final verdict on this, I actually do really like it. And you can see I'm almost done with it. I would say definitely it's good for things like matcha or like strong coffee. When you're drinking something that is pretty mild with it, I've noticed that the flavor of this just kind of overpowers it. I feel like the flavor of oat milk in general kind of tastes like cereal milk, but less sweet. That's what I always had the impression of, like just like true oat milk, which is kind of what this is. Okay, so I think I have way too much ice, but that's okay. I like a lot of ice in my drink. I'm gonna do the whole shaky thing to get the matcha powder. Like you can see it on the bottom, it's kind of like stuck on here because that's what happens. Like even if you like have an actual like matcha latte from somewhere, you'll notice that if you leave it sitting for a while, the matcha powder tends to kind of settle to the bottom because it is a powder of tea. Okay, no more powder. All right, I love this. Color is just so pretty. I know the straw is going to be way too large for this cup, but it does not matter. So good. Okay. So I am going to drink this because even though it's a Saturday and it's kind of a chill weekend, I do have 3 exams coming up this week that I have to study for that are written exams. I have like some practice quizzes for peds that I have to do. The straw is also comically larger than this glass, but I can't find like the shorter straws that actually go with this mason jar. So sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, but again, like I said, so far so good. I'm liking the feeling of not drinking coffee while still staying caffeinated, and I also like the fact that I'm not crashing in the afternoons. So see you in day 5. Good morning. It is day 5 of not drinking coffee. I am about to make my morning drink. I'm still studying for my exams that we have on Tuesday and Wednesday. You guys already know. Got our ingredients. We've got my oat milk. We've got... This is what happens when you live with a man. So frustrating. So yesterday I asked Stan to make me a drink and put ice in it, and he did. And then he put the ice cube tray back in the fridge with 3 ice cubes in it. 3 ice cubes. How hard is it to refill an ice tray? I guess this will have to do. I'm kind of sad because you guys know I put a shit ton of ice in my drink, but I guess that's what we'll have to do this morning. Hopefully the milk, like the coldness of the milk, will kind of help save this. That's what we're doing today. This milk is done. I think the matcha is giving me a lot more like stable energy throughout the day, so I'm really happy about that. Does that mean that I'm gonna stop drinking coffee forever? Probably not, but I like the fact that I have a good alternative, and you know, 5 days in, honestly, I'm not missing it like crazy. I honestly just miss it for the flavor. Sad little drink. Go ahead and add my matcha. Shake it up, you already know. Oh my god, there we go. Okay, no more powder. All right, Magic Mind, do your thing. Got a lot of notes to get done before we head over to my parents, so. And yes, I did find the straw that is size appropriate for this glass. All right. Cheers. Hey, good morning. It is a very early morning. So somewhere in this 14 days of giving up coffee, I decided that filming every single day doing the exact same thing was probably kind of boring. So I decided after the first 5 days, just do a check-in on day 10 and then day 14. So today is day 10. It is a very early morning. My boyfriend is a soccer coach and he had a game in Brooklyn. We live in the city. We had to be here at like 8 a.m. Not a morning person, as you guys know. So I am literally double fisting caffeinated beverages right now. So I'm gonna start off with my matcha shot because I'm gonna need all of this that I can get. I kind of sat on TikTok and scrolled probably until like 1:30 in the morning, and we had to get up at like 7, so you know, didn't do myself any favors there. Really gonna need this today. I'm not doing anything school related because we actually just had exams, so we're kind of have a chill weekend. All right, that's done. Let's chase it with the Starbucks matcha. I just want to tell you guys, best thing that has happened since I've given up coffee for the last 10 days is that my acid reflux used to be so bad. One, I used to drink coffee all the time on an empty stomach because I don't really have breakfast because I don't really have time to. And so that's a problem in and of itself. I know that. You know, they say you should try to eat at least like a granola bar, like a piece of toast, something to like put in your stomach before you put coffee in. And that's 100% true, but sometimes, you know, in the mornings you just don't have time. Would drink coffee, and my coffee order is literally 3 espresso shots. Is not only extremely acidic, but also like, I guess because I would have it on an empty stomach would trigger my reflux even more. I even noticed like in the morning, like my teeth would start to feel weird because like I just like felt that reflux happening overnight, and antacids weren't helping. One of the main things that I've seen is that there has been a huge decrease in that. Like I hardly ever get reflux right now unless I have like a ton of, you know, filter water or, you know, like tomato sauce kind of triggers it also. But yeah, I've noticed like a significant decrease in my reflux. I do really miss coffee. I like really miss coffee. I miss the flavor of coffee. Like I miss having like a nice latte or with a cold foam or whatever it is. But I think that what I've decided to do is, because my biggest problem was like savoring my drinks, because this is literally a bucket, right? So when parents used to say like, oh, don't eat a bag of candy, it's gonna rot your teeth. Honestly, eating a bag of candy at one time is better than eating one piece of candy every couple of hours throughout the day. So it's the same concept with coffee, is that if you're drinking it for more than like an hour, a couple of hours even, I would literally drink it for like the whole day. Like I just have my like coffee that I'm carrying with me because I would just have like a few sips here and there, and that's a problem because it's just constant erosion in your teeth. So I've decided that probably will go back to drinking coffee. Not every day, not every day. I've learned that I could probably live without it because there's other ways to get caffeinated, and some days I don't even need to be caffeinated. Like weekends, I'm okay, unless it's like a day like today where I have to wake up. What I will start doing is maybe getting like a grande drink instead of a venti drink, so that I have something smaller to sip on, so that even if I'm kind of savoring it, I'm kind of forced to eventually finish it. Do you know what I mean? Although delicious, and although you get more bang for your buck that way because you're spending like $7 on a drink, no shame, it's your daily treat. Definitely going to try to kind of limit my intake because I do notice that I do feel better. Since I decided to not do a check-in every single day, the next time I will see you guys will be on the very last day that I'm doing this. Good morning. As promised, I said that I would check in on my very last day of no coffee, and I'm about to take my morning matcha. Stan's also been getting me matcha instead of coffee because he goes to Starbucks every morning and he gets me something. Bottoms up. Final thoughts on 14 days of no coffee. I can definitely live without coffee. Do I want to? No. Will I have a cup of coffee occasionally? Absolutely. Do I need to have it every day? Also no. Fine with finding alternatives. Having something like this that you can have on the go. You don't have to worry about stopping at a coffee shop. You can throw it in your purse, your pocket, take it with you and not have to worry about spending time making something in the morning. Honestly, I had a pretty good experience. I'm actually really surprised. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of proud of myself for not caving and like eventually getting coffee. Honestly, that was the biggest shocker for me. I didn't think I was gonna make it because I do have a serious coffee addiction. But again, I learned that I could do without it, which is pretty nice. It's a good thing to know. My final thoughts on the Magic Mind shots. They taste good. It's not the traditional matcha taste. It kind of tastes more like a wellness shot, which is nice. I like taking them both as just a shot and also just making a latte like I've shown you guys in the video. I haven't tried it in a smoothie actually. I feel like that might be good too. If you make like a berry, like frozen berry smoothie and just like throw that in there, it might be good. In terms of the nootropics and the adaptogens, that is probably something that I won't be able to classify for you guys, because adaptogens are things that they adapt to whatever your body needs. So I don't know if I would necessarily feel a difference from that. In terms of the nootropics, I don't know if it was placebo and I just felt more focused, or if it truly was the nootropics in the Magic Mind. Maybe I can update you guys in a later video and tell you once I've stopped drinking it and see if I feel different. But I did feel focused. I didn't feel like I needed more caffeine. I didn't feel like I was falling asleep in my lectures. Overall, I had a really good experience. Don't have that much time because I have to head off to our endodontics rotations, which are so fun and I'm really excited about them. Final verdict. I liked it. I am happy to know that I can survive without coffee. I will probably go back and forth now with supplementing matchas and coffees and kind of live the best of both worlds. All right guys, and with that, thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out Magic Mind, I will leave a link in the description. If you go through the link, you will get a little bit of a discount, which is always nice. Either way, I've appreciated you watching. If you have made it this far, I would love to hear in the comments if you are a coffee drinker or a tea drinker. What do you do on days when you feel like you need a little bit of a boost, especially when you're sitting? Drop that in the comments below and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.